Friends, the time for mediocrity in broadcasting is over. My name is Tony Jones, and you are listening to The Tony Jones Show, your destination for talk and rock. With me, as always, is my co-host, Mr. George Garner. George, good evening.
Good evening, as always.
George, we have, if anybody out there hasn't seen us in person in a while, which might be the case because we're both very busy men, we have, looks-wise, we have had a juxtaposition. You are clean-shaven, professional-looking these days, and I am going with the hobo chic look, if you will. I've got the beard. I really, literally can't even remember the last time I've had a haircut.
Now, is this intentional, or did this just start from inertia and go forward from there?
I think it's just like usually I grow a beard for the winter. I don't know. It's like I am half Native American. Maybe there's something deep down inside of me that says it's wintertime, go into hibernation mode. But, but I feel like people think that I'm like a homeless guy and stuff.
Yeah, well, plus, didn't you enter a couple of facial hair competitions recently?
I did, and I have judged said competitions, beard-offs, which competitive facial hair, as we've talked about before on the show, that's a thing.
Well, right now your facial hair is not competitive.
Yeah, not yet. I just look like
you're in that transition phase.
Yeah, and there's people that take that seriously too, really seriously. I did have the General Burnside for a short time, but I was just too freaky looking. I mean, I was scaring small children more so than usual, I guess. But it is just George and I in studio tonight, which means that we will be doing our thing as far as doing our thing, our commitment to
lots and lots of local music.
All local, a full hour of the best in local music this evening on the Tony Jones Show. Many groups, bands, solo acts that have been in this very studio with us. We kicked things off with Mark Cutler off of his latest, semi-latest album, Sweet Pain. My second favorite track off of it, we heard Walking in the Night. We had a bunch of brand new music too that just kind of came into my possession and stuff. So
I'll tell you, it's hard to keep up with Mark Cutler these days. Every time we say his latest release, then there's another one.
When you talk about living the dream, and he just had a big article in the one of the bigger papers around here of the Providence Journal. So Mark Cutler is now currently a full-time musician. He quit his office, he quit his cubicle day job. And like we say, George, that you and I are living the alternative media dream. Mark Cutler, a full-time musician now, he is living the dream.
So don't say it can't be done.
Right, it can be done. But I want to mention, and I actually, for some reason, haven't mentioned in quite a few weeks, that if you have music to get to us, TonyJonesNRI@gmail.com, or my latest project in my bevy of projects is Rhode Island Free Radio. So if you go to rifreeradio.org, click on music submissions, and I'll mention this again later on in the program. Not only what I've been trying to do, George, is keep up on it.
Okay.
Because you know how easily I get behind on things.
Yeah, things piled up.
How easily confused I get. So what I've been doing is taking the music for the show and then simultaneously uploading that to rifreeradio.org. So,
which is building quite a bit of an audience.
It is building huge. Am I looking for the word inertia or momentum?
Definite momentum. We don't want inertia.
So how Rhode Island Free Radio works is when there's not a show playing, local music plays. So it's all local music. You're not going to hear any crap. You're only going to hear local artists from New England. So I think the farthest away is we have some Johnny B. Mormid, and we have some Michael Graves who reside in New Jersey. So you're going to hear all New England music when there's no shows playing.
Okay, and if some crap does manage to sneak in, it will be local crap.
It'll be local crap. So you can find that person personally at a gig somewhere and say, dude, this sucks. All right, let's get on with the music. I do have a band we played with recently, George. They're called the Bitchin' Aardvarks, and this is a track called Something That We're Not. By the way, George, I think I'm going to go make my donation on Monday and pull some slot machines.
Nice. And I may go with you.
For some reason, that plays into this next song. It's called Lottery Winner. You are tuned in to the Tony Jones Show, local music special. TonyJones.org is my website. Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. On Twitter @TonyJonesNRI. Tony Jones here, of course. George Garner is my co-host. George, good evening.
Good evening.
We just heard from the unfortunately now defunct Geen and the Grave Robbers, the album The Passion of the Antichrist. That song, you're going to like the name of this, George. House of Skulls. The name of that song.
How can you not like a song with the word skulls in it? Skulls is, kind of like Satan. Skulls is a fallback verb for lyrics.
Then before that, we heard from the Bitch and Aardvark's Lottery Winner. And I just want to mention again, we kicked off the show with Mr. Mark Cutler off of Sweet Pain.
The prolific and professional
local legend, Mark Cutler. Walking in the Night, the name of that one. And I just want to mention real quick, there's a big contest going on right now. It's called Perform at the Midday Social. So these local music socials that we have been attending and we've been out pimping ourselves at, for lack of a better, in that neighborhood, that's a very appropriate term.
Yes. Right down the street from the now defunct Cheaters Lounge.
The smut district of Rhode Island, if you will. There is a bevy of bands here. You go to middayrecords.com and you can vote for one of these bands, and one of these bands will be able to play at the Midday Social. They'll be able to perform in front of the talent buyer for Lupo's, the people from BRU, and the people from Motif Magazine. There is about 25 different bands you can vote for here. So,
yep, give one of these bands the chance to either humiliate or glorify themselves.
It could be a situation, too, where, just someone actually going out there and taking the time to vote for their favorite band. It's going to be a close one. It could tip the scales. And looks like a good time. I haven't entered Tony Jones and the Cretan 3 into this because I figure that we're on such a lucky streak with winning things that I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to ruin the momentum, as it were. So, queued up next, I have another great young local band. They've been in this very studio. George, we've played shows with these guys, girls, kids. Great local band. It's Colorblind, and this is a track called Clouded Dreams.
myself for a rainy day. You're out of control, out of this world, you know. I'm quitting sex, I'm quitting cigarettes, I'm quitting alcohol. Your money is blood money. All money is blood money. Somebody's blood money, man. Paid for with blood money. All money is blood money. Oh, bloody blood money, man. Blood money, man.
The sweet post-punk sounds of the universes right here on the Tony Jones Show. Blood Money, the name of that one. Before that, we heard from Colorblind, Clouded Dreams, the name of that track. Two bands that have been in this very luxurious Tony Jones Show studio at one point or another. You are tuned into the Tony Jones Show. TonyJones.org is my website. Don't forget to check out rifreeradio.org. George Garner is my co-host. And George, we are spinning the best local music around. And George, every time we do this, I kind of sit here and I pat myself on the back, you know, and I make like we're doing the world a favor by playing local music, when in fact, when we, despite the great guests we've had on this program, when it's just you and me here playing local music, that is some of our top listened to podcasts.
Really?
Now, what I'm assuming is that it's the bands just listening for their own stuff, you know, like total egomaniacs.
Well, yes, we know about egomaniacalness. Yes.
But it's
so in other words, every local band, you know, in the vicinity is going to be listening to see if and when we play their tracks.
Right, that's exactly it, which is just a great idea. I tag out, you know, when I put the podcast out, I will hyperlink to some of the bands, but I always add in parentheses and more, which means that your band could
be more, could be the more.
That's right. Your band could be and more, and that's why you should listen to the Tony Jones Show each and every week, and download on podcasts, and go to TonyJones.org and go to rifreeradio.org, because George, me here, you on your show, all the great alternative media people that we know, they are the last of the Mohegans. You know, we're like the only people still playing real music, still having live guests, still doing real rock and roll radio. So
true. Maybe
we should pat ourselves on our collective backs here.
I'll tell you. And speaking of egomaniacalism, I think we have to pat ourselves on the back right here in this studio, because we have so far refrained from playing any of our own music.
See, I'm thinking tonight might be the night. This right here in my hand is the last surviving physical copy of Midnight Mass.
I'll tell you, because those CDs sold out in a hurry.
And I think for the new year, I'm going to get a new
pressing.
We're going to have to get a new batch going.
We are, definitely, because I'll tell you, I know a lot of people are asking me.
The public demands it. However, see, playing it, I think because we're doing local music, playing it tonight is appropriate.
Absolutely.
What we should pat our backs about is when we have a huge guest in here, you know, a nationally known artist, and refraining from playing our music because we know that artist has a huge audience, which we have been doing. And I think that says something about us.
Yeah, it means that we're slipping.
We're slipping in our pimping, in our shameless self-promotion. I have another local band queued up who have just had a huge year, and this is one of their newer songs. We're going to hear from Roz Raskin and the Rice Cakes, and this is a song called Floorboards.
washed all my knives in a bucket of film.
Taken to daddy's armchair and listen to the knocking on the floorboard. Oh, what have I done? Oh, what have I done? Oh, what have I done? Oh, what have I done?
The mess I made.
What have I done?
The mess I made.
What have I done? Inside of I don't know if I can get out. Wanna see in front of me eyes open wide this time. This time. This time. Early
Ragin' Angel, the name of that one. You just heard from The Charms right here on the Tony Jones Show, local music special. Before that, we heard from Roz Raskin and her luxurious rice cakes, Floorboards, the name of that one. Tony Jones here, Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. On Twitter, at Tony Jones NRI. And of course, as always, when you catch our live show, I have those up during the broadcast. So I want to thank you all for checking in with me there and sending your well wishes and tuning in. We're broadcasting over the airwaves, over the internet, and live on Spreaker this evening. So thank you to everybody tuning in via Spreaker, which is just the coolest thing ever. And then don't forget, we're also on the TuneIn app. So if you download the TuneIn app on your phone, in your car, on your television set, you can listen to this program anytime.
Basically, we are spewing this show out of every media orifice we can think of.
It really is. It is. We are living omni-media. We were even, George, recently, you were in the pulps, right? I mean, we were full omni-media. We had print going.
Yes.
Is 13 Folds defunct? Do you know, by the way?
It's not defunct, but apparently Dave...
Semi-funked?
Well, apparently Dave has been going through all kinds of traumatic personal circumstances.
Tough times.
Yeah, so he does promise a new print issue. He's just not sure when it's going to happen. Maybe sometime within the next couple of months.
And do you think you'll be included in that issue, or...?
I have a couple of stories standing by for when he's ready to take the submissions.
So,
let me mention too, though, that 13 Folds is available online. It's just the print format that he's holding off on.
The print. So he has the online at 13folds.com, and then, but for me, I'm still that old school, and I mentioned that when Dave was here, is that I like to take that copy of 13 Folds, and it spends some quality time right next to my toilet bowl.
Absolutely.
Something
at the bottom of bird cages.
Something to flip through every once in a while. And
it is a glossy magazine, though, so I don't think it works as well for the bottom of animal cages. You want the old newspaper pulp quality paper for that.
Just think of that, George. Parrots all over the region crapping on your story.
I'll tell you, an appropriate fate.
We're going to continue with the local music now. This is a new track here on the program, and it's in rotation at rifreeradio.org. This is probably, if I had a little bit more grace and maybe a little bit less weight, if I were a man that danced...
You have amazing grace.
That's true. I do have amazing grace, but I'm not one to dance. But if I were one to dance, I would definitely dance to this song. It's Libretta Suede and the Motel 6, and this is called Do the Savvis.
Dance.
that I couldn't resist. That's when she gave me the burning kiss. She laid me down on an altar of blood and said, come on, boy, let's make sweet love. They started to dance while we're making sweet romance. The flames of hell grew higher and higher with every lust and burning desire. That's when I heard someone say, if you're born in sin, you don't have to pay. And then the devil, he walked on in. He said, who's doing the sweet love sin? Are you the one sleeping with my daughter? I said, hey man, you gotta drink cold water. That's when he looked at me and started to smile. He said, you're my boy, you're the devil's child. I had a blast at the midnight mass. You have a blast Peachy Keen, the name of that one, off of the album The Morning After by the unfortunately now defunct Ghouls Night Out. Of course, members of Ghouls Night Out now make up the Evil Streaks. George, do you remember the time we went to see Ghouls Night Out play with the Automatons and 45 Grave, and they played like up in a catwalk at a gay club, nonetheless?
I think that was the time that local area venue Club Hell forgot to pay their electric bill.
That's right. We show up to Club Health to see this show, and the lights are out, and there's someone standing outside. It was like something out of a horror movie, like Wrong Turn. You know, they had hand-drawn maps to the new venue,
Right, which was the catwalk of a gay club. And the thing I remember most about this was the unisex bathrooms.
That's right. Just anybody was welcome in those bathrooms.
Right, and I'll tell you. And the thing I learned from that night is that, I have to say, for all the brave talk of guys, it was the guys that were more self-conscious about that situation than the ladies.
They were like peeing in the alley because they didn't want to go into the unisex bathroom. Oh, that's weird. It's like, come on, man. This is a new millennia. Get with the times.
Yeah. So, that was a little eye-opener there. Yeah.
I'd be remiss to mention, if I didn't mention, before that we heard Midnight Mass off of the album Midnight Mass, which came out this past year by a fantastic band called Tony Jones and the Cretan 3. Available anywhere fine discs are sold.
And since we're indulging our egos here, didn't that track go to like